Hi there, Shauna Mahaney, Superstar Director for group Scentful Bliss, and I just wanted to come on here today on this video and just do a little quick Scentsy 101 and just give you some little tips and hints and things that you may not know about our Scentsy Wax. So let's start with this thing. This is what we call a bar of wax. And those of you that have followed my YouTube channel, you know that. So, bar of wax looks like this. Now, our wax is made of paraffin. So it's all paraffin-based wax. What does that mean? That means that it is completely non-toxic. So if your animal or your kid was to get a hold of it and eat it, it's not going to hurt them. Now, it's like eating crayons. They probably won't do it again, but it's not going to hurt them. So it is soft. It is a soft-based wax. And this soft-based wax, because of that, it actually holds 40% more oil than any of the other wax melts out there. So that's why when they say, well, nothing smells as good as Scentsy, they're right, it doesn't. It holds about 40% more. Now, our wax never evaporates. So what that means is when you have wax like this and it's in your dish and you're warming it, it's not going to go in your atmosphere. That's why it makes it safe. So you're not breathing that junk in. Now, the smell will go away. The smell will leave, but you'll still have wax. Okay, some other things that you should know about our Scentsy Wax. All of our Scentsy Wax, in any perfume fragrance item in the market, is made on with 3 different notes. It's kind of like a pyramid. So in the pyramid, we have a high note, a mid note, and a base note. And each of our Scentsy Wax falls in there. Now this is where, you know, I hear all the time, well, why is this wax not last as long as the other one? And this is going to explain that. So each fragrance has 3 levels. So your high level, your high note, those are those citrusy smells. Those are like apple. Apple's a real high. Citrus is a high note. Those things, they have what they call a high flash point, which means they go away the quickest, okay? Then you have your mid notes. Now your mid notes are those floral notes. Those are like your berries are mid notes, jasmine, rose, any of those things. Those are your mid notes on your Scentsy Wax. And the bottom, your base notes, and if you're looking at the pyramid, that's your down here, that's this bottom layer, that's your foundation piece. Those are your heavy notes. Those are your woodsy things. Those are vanillas and cinnamons and cardamoms and pine, anything like that that's real heavy. That's your base notes, okay? So those are the things that you're going to smell the longest with your Scentsy Wax. So if you pick a scent or a fragrance like Cinnamon Bear. Cinnamon Bear is one of my all-time favorites. It's got a lot of cinnamon in it because it's called Cinnamon Bear, right? And so you're going to smell that a lot longer than you're going to smell something with a lot of fruit like apple press. Another thing that you should know is if you ever have the ability and you want to know how a wax is going to smell, of course, this is called the cold nose test. That's what I call it. You can smell the top of it. This is Silver Bells. It's one of my all-time favorites. So if you take the Silver Bells and you flip it over, if you have the ability, flip it over and smell the bottom of it. When you smell the bottom, because it's a heavier note, right, the base notes, they kind of sink down in there a little bit. That's what that's going to smell like the longest. So if you don't like the way the bottom smells, you're probably not going to like this bar of wax. Another way to tell is to warm it up. That friction makes it a little bit warmer. You get a better selection of all of the different notes and smells. You can also break it apart. When you break it apart, if you can see that little area right there where it was all together, you can rub right there and smell as well. And it gives you a better idea of what this wax is going to smell like longer. So that's a little bit about our wax. Now, this is something new I just learned. On all of our new warmers, on the bottom of them, there is a number on the bottom of the dish. And if you can see that in this camera. But this one says 5. So basically what that means is that you should put 5 cubes of wax inside this dish. And the reason why is because it gives it a more even stated warming period. So it's like soup. If you warmed up this much soup, it's easier for it to scald, right? It gets hot and uneven. But if you warm up this much soup, it just is more even warm. And it's the same with our wax. So if you have a newer warmer, you can look at the bottom right there. It's going to tell you exactly how many cubes of wax to put in there. If you don't have one, I just say I take it like this, and if it fits across there like that, then that's about right. So I hope this little 101 warmer help has answered any of your questions about why our wax seems to stay longer and stronger in certain scents and then in others, and it'll help you determine how many cubes you need to be warming in your dish. All right, I hope this helped. Bye.